gas prices have been trending lower and lower, especially over the big long term, which means that general inflation will fall in turn. And already Kashkari, though he is historically dovish, is predicting another rate cut in December. So we're still on the trajectory. I vote hold.
Good stuff. Very good stuff. Ms. Raskins, let me know when you find some headphones, because I think that's the only, because I think there's going to be you want to try?
Sure. Let me see. Is this better now?
Yeah, I think you're good. Welcome. Good morning. How are you?
Sweet. Good morning. I'm sure all of us are doing great.
Just a group of cronies. What are your thoughts? You're just waking up in the great nation of Thailand. You're taking a look at the markets. Everybody, we had Lou on my show yesterday. Lou is a guy who publicly called the top in 2021. He got out safely with all his funds. He is a 7-figure trader. He has spoken at multiple conferences. He is an actual respected authority in this place. Lou, you just woke up. You want to give us your TLDR? You can share some charts to say whatever you got to say about the markets.
For sure. Yeah. Firstly, we don't go to sleep anymore because it's the bull market. So just woke up. I've been up since like 4. Like, what was I just looking at right now? Okay, so yeah, yes, don't sell anything. I would say for the average person, selling right now is probably really stupid because they're going to have a hard time buying back at the right prices. And most likely they're going to sell. Maybe it'll go down a little bit, but then it'll go up and they'll buy back higher than when they sold it. It's pretty tough to be able to accurately, like time the market in that sense, right? But if you're a trader and you know what you're doing, I did just see something indicating that we might actually get a pullback today or tomorrow, maybe the day after tomorrow. I wouldn't count on any pullbacks to be very, very deep. For Bitcoin, I don't really count on any pullbacks, maybe 5%, but I don't really count that as a pullback. But for altcoins, during the last cycle, we had multiple 30% altcoin declines, and every single one of them were immediately bought back up. Literally, like within one day, they were all the way back up. So how do you play those? Well, the way to play those is to have what's known as stink bids in your order book already within your exchange. So you want to make sure that you have these bids, these buys already in, because you're not going to have time if we do get a flash crash, which in these cases, a lot of times is known as a liquidity flush, where the exchanges are losing money when everyone is making money. The exchanges lose money, and the big players are a lot of them lose money when everyone is winning, right? So they'll do what's known as a liquidity flush and drive the price down and do a really quick wick. All of the leverage, the people who are over leveraged, they'll get wiped out. The exchanges and the big players, they'll make a bunch of money. They'll make all their money. They'll be back at break even. It'll be good. And then the price will just zoom back up and go back up again. So that's the game plan for me right now, is that I am lightening the load just a little bit, and I'll show you the actual chart. The reason why right now. Let me just present my screen and share this. So first off, I'll just show you the actual chart. I was going to show you my Twitter, but this is the chart. So if you can see this is the market cap of the USDT dominance chart, right? And so I made this and saw that every single time the USDT goes up in dominance, the price typically goes down. And whenever the USDT dominance level falls, then the price usually goes up. So the reason behind that is because more people are going into stables as the dominance of the stable current cryptocurrency goes up. It makes sense. And then as people take their stables and they buy Bitcoin with it, or they buy cryptocurrency with it, that's when the dominance levels go down. So we like this is a little bit concerning, and this is why I said like right now we actually might experience our first dip within the last few weeks, because other than the day before the election, because this line right here, every single time that the USDT dominance chart has hit it, Bitcoin and the market has tended to decrease in price, like go down in price. You can see right here it hit it, and this was the day that it hit it, and the price of the market started to drop as the dominance level went up. Right here it hit it, but the prices were still good for a few weeks after that. It did have 1 week right after it hit it initially, where the prices dropped, and then but then immediately the prices went back up until finally right here is when the prices started to drop. And so the thing is, if you zoom out, you can see tap, 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 tap. But tap right here, this right here is when we went from the all-time high from 74,000 all the way down to 58,000 is when the dominance levels rose. And then it dropped, and boom, it just hit it again. So I would say right now is not a good time to be FOMOing in to the market at this current time because of this. Like, I would not buy right now, but I also definitely would not short, and I would also have my buy orders in because just in case we do go down. So let me stop sharing this right here and go back to me. So that's one thing that I did notice right now. And I'm going to be looking at the charts, all day today, literally for the next like 12 hours. So I'll see if I could figure out anything else and post it up everywhere.
That's amazing, because what you just said actually perfectly ties into what Elias is going to actually add on to this with the mining data. Because as you guys know, we have a trader from Down Under, Alex from Charts. We have a traditional finance monitor, that's Steve, Stock Market Steve. We got the most in-depth crypto and analytical person I know here on my right-hand side, Adam, the crypto chat. And then, like I said, mining down from building the mining facilities himself. Elias, you have some data from the mining industry that is connected to all of this, correct?
Mining. Yeah, basically the main point I have is also in the chart, in the Bitcoin history chart. Quick note on the mining stuff. Basically, miners are internationally still profitable at around 80K right now. So the production cost is at 80K, so they're having good profits right now, which results in less selling pressure from miners internationally. For those which are below the US average of 6 to 7 cents per kilowatt hour, so for the Russians, for the Chinese miners, and some African countries, they are pretty much they've pretty much seen a 60% increase in profits since last week. So there's no fear of more selling pressure coming from those groups, basically, for the next time, even if we see a pullback. So to the point, to add on to what was just said, if we go back to and this is pure speculation, so I personally think this might happen. I think it makes sense from a psychological standpoint and from a chart history standpoint, but it might very well not happen, and so just take it with a grain of salt. Basically, what we've seen since the last halving, or in the last cycle, from the halving in May 2020, about 200 days after the halving, the first thing we've seen is that we hit a number over 70 on the RSI. The RSI here is just on the monthly to make it have more contrast. But as soon as we hit over 70 on the monthly RSI, we've basically hit against 20K, which is a psychological resistance. And from there, we had about an 18% pullback. And this is 200 days after the halving. We just hit over 70 RSI on the monthly RSI. And then we had an 80% pullback. And to add on to it, if we zoom back to the low of the cycle, in 2018. This was at about 3,100 USD. From this low to about 20K is about 445%. So based on that, if we go to the current situation, we are about 200 days after the last halving, which was in August 2024. In April 2024. The monthly RSI just hit over 70 for the first time after the last halving. And if we go from the last low of the cycle, which was about 15.5K USD, if we go the same 545% up from there, we'd hit about 100K, or exactly 100K. And 100K is a psychological resistance too, in my opinion. So if the same thing happens, and this is just speculation, we could see a pullback of about 18% over the next 2 to 3 weeks, basically, or just some sideways action if the ETF buying volume decreases the pullback. So based on this, to add to what was said before, I'd also think this is a time where a lot of people that are in a long position on Bybit or something like that with a 10x or a 5x might get into liquidation territory. So if you're entering now, this might be a good time to dollar cost average over the next week, in case you too think that we might see a pullback and you want to get a better average price. And that's basically all from me.
Good stuff. Very good. Very good. Very good. All right. Next up, we have Adam. You want to go add up just real quick sentiment, big things that have happened this week? You're muted, buddy.
Sorry. Yeah. So incredibly enough, even though Bitcoin is right now like getting to the magical 100K number, the crypto Twitter is fairly calm.
Yeah.
At least to what it's been in the last couple of months. The only notable stories recently was that a couple of meme coins are now starting to get listed in exchanges. Like WIF was recently listed in Coinbase, which is a big one because Coinbase is really reluctant to list memes in general.
Yeah, they listed Pepe too.
Yeah, I think it was Peanut, the squirrel, was listed in.
Yeah,
it was listed. I think it was in Binance.
Yes,
correct. Same with an AI coin called it was called Act One.
Act One, correct,
or something like that. And when you look at this coin, it's the interesting thing is not so much the listing itself, but the type of coin that they're starting to list. So usually, whenever a meme go to one of the big exchanges, it already have a market cap in like the billions, and it was like, oh, everyone in crypto knows it, like something like Doge or something or that kind of meme. But we're starting to see like sub-billion market cap memes getting listed, and this just leads me to believe that exchanges realize that the meta this cycle is memes and that's where the money is. So they're gonna have to like broaden the scope of what they list if they want to capture all of the volume for their fees. Because you gotta remember that exchanges make their money from the trading fees. So if people are trading a lot from one coin, they might as well list it and have that trading occur on their side to get rich from it, right? So yeah, I'm expecting a lot of more memes getting listed on top exchanges. SPX 6900 is now on the Kraken list for potential listings, and Murad is rallying people, I guess, in crypto or Twitter about how, all of his idea about having conviction in one play and just believing in something. But I'm expecting something like Popcat I'm surprised hasn't been listed yet on something like Binance. It is almost a $2 billion market cap, so that one is just a matter of time. I would say definitely before end of the year, but maybe even before end of November. And who knows, maybe we start seeing something like sub 500 million memes getting listed, something like Harambe or whatever. I mean, things are changing and memes are starting to be considered like the new altcoins.
Yeah.
They're not considered just as a joke. They're the altcoins of this cycle.
They really are. They really are. Great analysis there. Thank you so much. Steve, you got to go.
Yep, I gotta head out from here, but thank you for everybody for tuning in. It's been
Don't
a
step any
pleasure being
poop.
on the show.
I know you're in San
course.
Francisco. Don't step in any poop. Be careful.
Thanks, Dave.
See
Love
you
you,
guys.
Steve. See you, buddy. Awesome. Well, listen. Okay, phenomenal. Okay, now, guys, we just talked a lot, but here's the thing. I really need you to sit down, buckle up, and pay attention to this next segment that I'm going to talk about. This is exactly how you can monitor how to make money with the cryptocurrency market right now. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys some parameters for the entire bull market. So what I'm about to share with you right now is very important. You need to track 3 things to know when we are coming to the tippity top of this upcoming 2025 bull market year. This is the last year. There is no super cycle. The cycle is not going to be extended. There's all this stuff that comes out from these authorities. The only reason they say that is so average people like you can keep your money in, so rich people can get your money out. Because in order for you to sell and make money in crypto, you need the price that you bought at, you need to sell to somebody for a more expensive price. So whatever you bought at, if you think you can't sell to somebody at a more expensive price, you're in trouble. You are the exit liquidity. You are the mark, okay? So we're going to go very slowly and succinctly into this. The research team and I have come up with these 3 parameters right here. Very simple, okay? These are the top 3 things you need to work and look at. The number 1 is the total crypto market cap, okay? This is meaning, what this exactly means is the total amount of money in cryptocurrency right now. As of right now, at this very moment, there is $2.98 trillion of total money inside of the crypto market cap. The checkpoints you want to look for, we did hit 3 trillion. We will be back up there. The next thing is, can we hit 5 trillion total crypto market cap? Analysts believe Bitcoin is going to be hitting, as you can see, point number 2. The max Bitcoin's going to hit is 200,000. Do not assume anything. This is your absolute all-time high point right here, 200,000. If we go over this, that's fantastic, but we need to protect your income. We need to protect your financial status. You have to be very sober and grounded right now. A personal friend of mine that I advised recently, he put $700 into Peanut right before it got listed on Binance. That $700 is now $21,000. This has happened in a period of 3 days. And my friend thinks it's going to keep going. And I'm scrambling and calling him and texting him and be like, my brother, we need to get on a phone call immediately. You need to take some profits because Peanut is experiencing the Binance effect. We will show you guys that shortly. Okay. The next thing is, can we get to 7.5 trillion total market cap? And then can we get to 10 trillion? This is the absolute tippity top. There will be nothing more than this according to our data that we have ran. Okay. So this is the most important price check right here is the total crypto market cap. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 steps. Okay. So step 4 is handled. Okay. That's good to go. Now we got to see if step 2 is handled. Step 1's handled now step 2, step 3. Number thing, Bitcoin right here, max 200,000 max. That's the number 1 price. That's we have nothing going above this. Okay. And the math simply checks out. And I'm going to show you.
I have a question.
Yes.
I have a question. Is 200,000? That's basically like the maximum. Is what you're saying is that when we reach there, the upside potential is going to be so little compared to the downside risk that that's the best time to actually sell, that it would be more favorable conditions for you to sell around that price, which is different than it could go higher than that price, because I have a range and it is actually pretty close to that price, but like my top is more around 225 plus
Yeah.
or minus, with standard deviation, which could get to go to 250. But like but for me, it's starting around 200 is when I'm going to be taking my profits. But I don't know. I can't say like that's definitely going to be the maximum price that Bitcoin will reach.
Yeah, definitely. So the reason I'm saying this, because the conversation I would have with you, Lou, as a 7-figure crypto trader, is going to be way more of a higher level than the person at home who's just trying to make a couple $100, couple $1,000 for their family, whatever. So again, this is a very non-risky approach, is what I'm saying. Okay. I said for the average person who cannot look at a chart and know where Bitcoin's going, who cannot understand in-depth details of the cryptocurrency, I would say your safety point is monitoring 200,000. So if you hear somebody coming to you saying Bitcoin's going to 300, 400, going to $1 million, there's a bunch of different prices going around right now. But for the average person sitting at home, just trying to make a little bit of money for themselves, I think this is a great barometer right here. This 200,000 Bitcoin. I think once Bitcoin starts getting around 200, you want to start thinking about getting out and selling. Okay. Yeah. Second, and the third person, and then third, but definitely not the least important, is we believe the top will be in about Q4 2025. And the reason is because in 2013, the top was the year after the halving. The 2012 halving happened, and then the top was in Q4 2013. In 2016, the halving happened about Q2, and then it was like May, so Q2. And then the halving, the top came that next year in December 2017. And then the halving happened again in Q2 of 2021, and then, 2020. And then the top came in November of 2021 when you publicly called the top on your TikTok. Yeah. So I think these three markers here are extremely important, guys. Please take a screenshot here. I'll make it full screen right now. Please take a screenshot and come hunt me down and find me if I'm wrong. But I hope I'm wrong to the upside.
I have a chart that it corroborates exactly with what you just said about the halving cycles too. I could share that if you want.
Yep, I'm going to share one more thing, but I would like you to build onto that. So prepare that. Okay. Now the second part of information that's really important here, guys, and this is like seriously the biggest blessing of our time, because this information is publicly available. So now I'm going to talk about something similar. This is also related to Bitcoin, because remember, wherever Bitcoin goes, the market follows. Wherever Bitcoin goes, the market follows. Okay? Wherever Bitcoin goes, the market follows. So if Bitcoin goes up, the market goes up. If Bitcoin goes down, the market goes down. There are no ands, ifs, or buts in between. Okay? Bitcoin is the fucking alpha dog of the entire market. So real quick, this is a history of the money going into the ETFs. Okay. This is money going into the ETFs through traditional finance. Okay. You can see that the ones you want to be paying attention to, the big three are IBIT shares. This is BlackRock. GBTC, this is Grayscale, and the red there indicates how much they've been selling. Grayscale has been selling nonstop the first half of the year. And then FBTC is the Fidelity Bitcoin ETF fund as well. Okay, and as you can see, this number right here is the magic number on the far left-hand side, right in the middle. This is 1 billion. Okay, so you can see in March we had multiple days where they were going over $1 billion. This one didn't go 1 billion, but yeah, on the 12th they had $1 billion, and then we had an all-time high on the March 14th, right? So you can see the money was building up into this point. Now you can see after that, typically around April, May, we had a little bit of pop in May, but it was pretty slow. And for me, there's a couple things I want to point out here. So this is just the last month. Okay, this is going back to, on the chart you see is October 12th here. So this is October 11th. And before the election, okay, the total inflows were here, okay, almost at $1 billion. This was the day after the election, $1.3 billion was flowing in. So let me slow down to make this very, very simple for you, okay? On this day, November 7th, 2024, the price of Bitcoin was right around 70,000. It was in the 70,000 range. And they bought $1 billion worth of Bitcoin Why would traditional finance buy $1 billion worth of Bitcoin at a very high price? They're not day trading. They're not trying to make money the next day. These are long-term position holders. Okay. And the reason why is because they know that the markets were set to pump, and here we are. Okay. The next day they had slow inflows. It's okay. Only $300 million. And then on the 11th of this week, they had another 1 billion total dollar day. So on Monday, they had all of this money flowing in, and when Bitcoin's at $80,000, why are they buying Bitcoin at $80,000? Do you think these companies with teams of hundreds of analysts are expecting to invest $1 billion thinking that the price is going to go down? The answer is no. The reason why they bought $1 billion at an $80,000 price is because they believe it was going to go up. This is going to 1111. So now here's a good page I want to share with you guys as well. This is from a chart that was put out by this great channel. I'm going to show it to you in a second here. Okay. So this is the charts here. And you can see this day right here was the total inflow. It was the highest amount of money they have ever put into the Bitcoin ETFs. So the big money, the smart money, these people know what's coming. They're not like us. We're regular people. We have to look at all their scraps of data and put things together. Okay. So why would they invest all this money in November? Because they definitely know the price is going to go up in November, in December, as we have been saying on this channel consistently. All right. So that's that. Now, there's a Twitter page you guys should all follow at home. Okay. It's right. It's called HODL15 Capital, HODL 15 Capital. Follow this. You can track this information all on your own. Okay. So the last piece of data I showed you was on the 11th. On the 12th, again, if you take a look here, another total day of $1 billion inflow, with BlackRock alone putting $766 million in 2 days ago, 48 hours ago. 48 hours ago, Bitcoin's in about high 80s. Why is BlackRock buying Bitcoin in the high 80 market range? Because they know the price is going to go up. They do not make mistakes. These people control the world. Okay. And if you just scroll up to today's inflows on the 13th, anytime you want to find it, they have a graphic, because they have a lot. This says right here, you have November 13th. You see, so when you see these big ones, it says Bitcoin ETF. You can scroll through their page and quickly find it. So yesterday, a little bit less than numbers. They only put in $500 million, but still half of $1 billion have been entered into the market at yesterday's price of 90,000 Bitcoin. Why would these companies put $500 million into the Bitcoin ETF when it's $90,000 if they knew the price was going to go down? It's very simple. It's common sense, but there's a lot of data out there. But what we do here in the Tokyo Crypto Show Season 2 with our team of experts is we give you the most important information that can, number one, protect your money, and number two, make you a lot of profits. That's what you need to be thinking. Defense number one, offense number two. Okay, because it's a better problem to have. I only made $10 million instead of, I had $10 million and I only made 50,000. Right? We want to protect you to the upside. All right. So those are some points right there that we are looking at that indicate to us that we are indeed heading into a very, very profitable end of the year. It has been 1 week since Donald Trump has been elected as president-elect. It has been 1 full week. This man is not even in office yet, and things are. Yeah, so much is happening. It's been heating up.
Like, God damn, that was a week ago. Like
1 week. It feels like forever. And then in addition to that too, I want to talk about one more thing, and then I'm gonna hand it over to Lou. He has the charts ready. If you guys don't know who Cynthia Lummis is, okay. So Cynthia Lummis is the I believe she's the representative. She's a senator from the state of Wyoming. And for all you guys that have LLCs and stuff, you know that if you go to Wyoming, you get set up a pretty nice no income tax business there, and a lot of people do that, especially in digital marketing industry. Okay, so what we're looking at right now, okay, this is an actual bill that has been presented to the United States government. Okay, so the name of this bill is S.4912, the 118th Congress. Okay, and this is the Bitcoin Act of 2024. Now we have an all Republican presidency with Trump. We have an all Republican House, and we have an all Republican Senate. So in order for a bill to be passed in the United States government, it must go through all of these branches to be approved. Now, what this is a law that they're trying to put together that's starting in 2025 and ending in 2029. Every year, the United States government will purchase 200,000 Bitcoin and hold on to it. And if they're holding on to it, they can't sell it. And all they're doing is further collecting Bitcoin and taking it off of the market, lowering demand. And when demand goes down, price goes up. Now, they're set to approve this within the first 100 days of President Trump's presidency. He will be elected in officially on January 20th. So he has until 4/20, 100 days, according to her, to pass this bill. If that passes, we're going to see some insane global action, because what America does, the rest of the world starts to copy. There's already word on the ground in China that they will pass this bill, and they are frantically trying to get a Bitcoin reserve going on in China. China's been anti-Bitcoin since, it's a joke that they say China bans Bitcoin every bull market. They had China FUD in 2016-17. They had China FUD in 2020, 2021. And now we're seeing more China FUD. This is a bill you can track at home, the Bitcoin Act of 2024. If this is approved, expect more highs for Bitcoin, and that could potentially push us past 200,000. Now, that is a big potential. This has not been passed yet. This has not been passed yet. This has not been passed yet. But that is a big, big, big if. But if that is, $100,000 Bitcoin is the least of your concerns right now. Lou, you wanted to add something to that as well?
Oh yeah, I just saw. I just saw what you were talking about with the cycles and everything like that. And you said possibly topping out like Q4 2025. I actually have a visual of that, which I thought was pretty cool. So I'll just share this real quick. This is it. Okay, so yeah, so I went out and plotted out the halvings. So I'll make this a monthly chart. It might be easier on the monthly chart. This was an adaptation. So this was an adaptation from this chart, which was all the way back in 2020, which called the top sometime in September of 2021. And when this came around, that's when I started to become, when it got to be late September, October-ish of 2021, that's when I started thinking like, okay, I should start looking for signs of like bearishness, right? And that's why in November, when it did actually top, I was able to call the top perfectly. It's because I had that mindset. I was like, okay, like this is historically what should happen, and like we're somewhere around this. So I'm looking for clues around that time, and this is what it is. So every you could see the lows are in red. So these are all the lows. Down here is the cycle low down there, the last one. And the halvings are in orange. And then, sorry, let me bring this, the highs are in green. So the first one from the low to the halving, that was 366 days. And then from the halving to the cycle high was 366 days. And then the same thing for the next cycle, the low to the halving is basically the same from the halving to the high, basically the same amount of days. This was 547. This was 518. So, less than a 3% difference. Third cycle, which was the last cycle, we had the low back in December of 2018. Maybe some people were around for that. And that's when Bitcoin was around $3,500. And from that low to that halving of that cycle, that was 517 days. And then from the halving to the cycle high was 518 days, literally 517, 518, 1 day apart. Sometimes it's a few percentage apart, but this was insane. So if we take the if we take the low of last cycle, which was when FTX collapsed and all the bull crap happened, and the market really tanked all the way down to around $16,000. I think it was 5,500 was the low. That happened back in November of 2022. If we take that time and we say from that time to the halving, the most recent halving, that's 517 days, which is the same exact amount of days from the low to the halving of the previous cycle. If we take that 517 days and we bring it out, that brings us to around September of 2025. So that this is like once we get here, then you should really be thinking like, okay, I don't want to be going crazy. I don't want to be FOMOing in. Like I should probably be more risk off. Maybe I should probably start taking some profits off the table, and just really when you do take your profits, take them out of the market too. That's another thing that people should be aware of is that if you don't take your profits out of the market, you're going to want to put it into something else and just rotate it into something else, just like in that movie. What's that movie with the Wolf of Wall Street? If everyone's watched that, and remember how the guy Matthew McConaughey was like, it's a fugazi, rotating. They never take their money out of the market. That happens. That's literally what happens. He was totally right in that. So the only way to really win is to take your money out of the market and put it into something that you can't really touch. That's what I did last cycle with my real estate, and it was really good. It was a great decision, and I ended up keeping my money that way. Otherwise, you're probably just going to lose your money. You're probably just going to get FOMO and put it into something else, and then that'll go down. So I would say get your money out of the market completely once you decide to take your profits, and that will prevent you from making really bad mistakes.
Yeah. Elias, you said you wanted to add on something to that.
Yeah. So basically, as miners, we use more or less the same chart, I think. So this is basically the chart we use on the monthly. I'll minimize this. And this is also from the halving to the top, from the top to the low, and from the low to the next halving.
Yes.
With 4-year cycles.
So let me just break it down for you guys at home real quick. So if you see green, that means it's bull market time. If you see red, that means it's bear market time. And you see blue, that is what is known as accumulation. That's when you buy coins, knowing that you're buying coins coming up until the next halving, because statistically speaking, it is going to go up. So the blue is the accumulation. So red is bull market. Green is bull market. Green is bull market. Red is bear market, and blue is accumulation.
Yep. And I wanted to add to what Luis just said and to your 200K target. So as miners, if you fuck up your purchasing of new machines, you go bankrupt. So basically, we are always more pessimistic than the average trader, I'd say, especially more pessimistic than the average retail trader. So what we do is we just use the data from the cycles to do trend continuation and try to kind of target a top that is pretty sure. So what we have on the monthly for this cycle is basically one we have in right at the edge between Q2 and Q3 of 2025. We have a selling de-risking area. And we put this in case we get another double top. So if we go back to the last cycle, to the green area, to the bull market area, in 2021 to November 2021, we saw this double top. And we just want to make sure that in case we see the same formation again, we aren't losing a lot of money. And so basically, this is why we will be putting in stop losses on bigger exchanges and start de-risking in April to May 2025. And then we'll watch the market. And this is our price projection is 140K or 143K as the top price. This is probably quite pessimistic, but we have to be more cautious to not go bankrupt. Basically, that's why It's relatively low and only based on trend continuation. And our exit is also starting at September 2025. So this is when we will start to DCA out of the market pretty fast to accumulate enough capital to get through the bear market and to keep investing throughout the bear market. So based on this, we also are using the Pike Cycle Top indicator, which is just a moving average indicator. And in the next months, we can also go into this in the show, I think, because it has proven pretty successful so far in Bitcoin bull markets. And it's just we have a lot of technical indicators we can use to, if we get the timing right, which is more important than the actual target prices, in my opinion, then we can use a lot of technical indicators to more or less get out in time and don't lose a lot of money.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful. So real quick, I want to just remember I've been talking about this certain illustration. I will need one of you chart guys. Sorry, if you can help me out real quick. So just over the last, let's just say over the last, say from, oh Jesus, I feel like it's been a month, but it's only been a week. So the last week, what percentage did Bitcoin go up? From Trump election November 6th until, let's just say, the 17th, one full week, what was the percentage that Bitcoin went up?
Like 30% on the monthly candle body only.
30% on monthly. Perfect. Okay. Adam, can you help me out?
Sorry.
I'm sorry?
Oh, sorry, I wasn't monthly. It was
37.
Yeah.
37.2.2.
What? How much? Sorry.
From the 5th of November up to the top, that was 38.63%.
Okay, so 38%. Adam, what percentage did Pepe just go on the last week?
Let me look it up. I know
I need
just
Pepe.
today was 52%.
Listen, I need Pepe, I need Peanut, and I need Whiff. Pepe, Peanut, and Whiff. Pepe, Peanut, and Whiff. Okay. So here, I'm just going to explain to you guys, this is how you time the market and make money, okay? This is important what I'm going to talk about right now, so please pay attention, because if we're trying to make this episodes as short and as value-driven and data-driven as possible, so there's no room for mistake, that if you don't make money, then it's really, you're going to need additional help on top of that. Okay.
Also, will these be posted as an actual video afterwards? Because
Yes,
even
sir.
though I'm in it, I want to go back through it. Even though I'm a freaking speaker and I want to go back through it because of information in this and
Thank
you
you.
know, write it down.
Thank you so
Like,
much.
that's the amount of dedication that people should be having. Like right now, like this is the time to be locked in because you have such a good opportunity to be making massive amounts of money right now. Like literally, like I saw Peanut at November 3rd is when I posted about it. Like 2 weeks ago, that shit's it pulled a 30x in 2 weeks. Mind blowing.
The last week, Peanut, what's the percentage? We're pulling it up right now.
Last 2 weeks,
Pepe,
I got 6431.
643.
6431%.
Since the beginning, it's up 650, around 650,000% since the beginning. My buddy bought one and then sold it for $1,000 gain, and it would be up like
Still $1,000.
$477,000 right now. And my other friend fumbled a bag, and his would be worth $16 million in 2 weeks.
No.
Yeah, he's real down right now.
Adam, what about Pepe?
Yeah, if you bought Pepe on the day of the election, you would be up 3.2%, 3.2x.
No, from election until today.
Yeah, from election day.
How much percent?
227%, so like a 3x.
227%. And then what about Whiff from election until now?
Speed run.
1 second, guys. I'm creating a chart right now. So let's go this, make this Whiff.
Right now it's 160, but it was yesterday 346%.
346.
So 4.5x.
4.5.
Three. Sorry, say that again. Three. How much? How much?
346%.
Okay, 346%. Okay. So now these coins, these meme coins, were all just listed on Binance as well. But this is what we're talking about. This is what we were saying. So here's my extremely advanced chart. Okay. So again, this orange yellow line is Bitcoin. So Bitcoin was up. It went up 38% on the week. Peanut up 641%. Pepe up 227%. WIF up 346%. As we've been telling you guys for right now, the way to make money, the easiest and fastest money, is to get in and out of these meme coins. But there is a strict, long list of checkpoints that they must meet before this happens. Now, Peanut, we'll break it down real quick. Peanut is a viral meme. Okay. Virality, community, already there. People are buying Peanut. Peanut is the squirrel that was killed by the government because of the Karen that complained about it. And this was showing government overreach. Pepe is an anti
41% from.
No, you gotta add another 0 onto that Peanut one.
641.
No, since Peanut came out about 3.5 to 4 weeks ago, it's up 641,000. Add 3 zeros to that.
No,
Yeah.
it was
The election. Since the election.
it was-
6,000.
Since the election.
It's up 3,000% since the election. It did a
Right.
I saw that
Yeah.
on the 3rd. The election was the 4th. So whatever.
No, hold on. We need an exact number. So from the 6th until now, the number I got was 641. Is that incorrect? Is it higher or lower?
The 6th.
By the way, which Peanut you guys talking about? The Cabal one or the CTO?
The one listed on Binance.
Okay.
I think that's the Cabal one.
Okay. But either way, even if this number is incorrect, it's definitely way over 200%. Pepe, Pepe is up again. Like I said, 227%, and then WIF is up 346%.
Shut up and take my money.
This is where we are right now. So now, are memes extremely dangerous? Yes. Are you gambling? Yes. Are you gambling in general in cryptocurrency? Yes. Unless you're buying Bitcoin and DCAing and looking at charts and everything. But this is what we're trying to tell you. So if you're with a content creator who's telling you to hold on to some tokens because the pump is coming, no, you're listening to an idiot. You're listening to a moron who doesn't know what they're talking about. People have already made face melting gains. People have made deca millions upon deca millions, and hell, billions too, really, if you talk about the big boys. But these indicators that we have are very simple, like we've been saying since the beginning. All you need to do is track Bitcoin. Okay. And then remember, what is Bitcoin doing? What is Bitcoin doing? That's all you need to do. What are the ETFs doing? If the money is stopping coming from the ETFs, then guess what? The party's over. Okay. The big part of the party is coming to an end. So you track Bitcoin using these metrics. And then after that, after you're done tracking Bitcoin, you look at the coins that are under Bitcoin. And then this is where you can make these kind of gains. Okay.
Can I show you real quick?
Yeah, absolutely.
Here.
There you go.
Boom.
So this is Peanut.
You said since the 6th?
Since the 6th, correct.
Okay, I thought it was from the 4th, but from the 6th. There you go.
What percentages? I can't read it. Sorry.
3,325% from the 6th.
So let's go back. So then going back to Peanut, that is 3,000+%. I'm just going to put 3,000+
Yeah.
percentage. Okay.
Those
So
are the
you
type of gains you can get. Because if Dogecoin, what I saw earlier was Dogecoin, right?
Yes.
Dogecoin, that was at $30 billion, $40 billion market cap. And that went up 100% in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
If something that has 20, 30, $40 billion of market cap could go up 100% in a week or two, what could something with 500 million, what could something with 100 million, 50 million market cap, what numbers could those pull? Those guys could pull, a 5x, a 10x, a 50x, a 100x. That's what these lower market cap coins could do. So the way that I think about it, which has been a paradigm shift for me, to be honest, because I used to be very, very, I I don't want to say risk averse because I'm still risk averse, but I guess more traditional in the sense was that I would look at it in a certain way, like memes and these low market cap coins. I don't want to get into them. I want to stick to the majors. I want to stick to the more things that are more foundational roots into them. But what I realized over time, over being in crypto for over 8 years now, is that you want to capture, the reason you get into crypto is to capture the asymmetrical risk reward. So you want that asymmetrical moves to the upside, and you get the same amount of risk, whether you're in a traditional, like really big cryptocurrency other than Bitcoin, compared to when you're in a smaller cryptocurrency that has the potential to go up much more. So you might as well go into these smaller cryptocurrencies that have the upside potential through the roof compared to like a huge cryptocurrency, because you're like, oh, it's less risky. But those still go down. Just look at them. They still go down 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80%. It still happens, even though they're the bigger cryptocurrencies. So now I moved a lot of my funds into the smaller cryptocurrencies, and because of that, I was able to convert $20,000 into over $500,000 in March of this year through KeyCat, some keyboard cat. It's like the stupidest things, but you
was there for that. I was there the day this man made it. This man was losing his mind in Manila when that happened.
Yeah, I was freaking out. I was like, holy moly, that was the best thing ever. And it was like, because I did that because I learned from being in the markets, and I put my ego to the side. I said, I'm not going to be, one of these people that say, no, I'm not going to get into these smaller cryptocurrencies. I'm not going to be a degen. I'm not going to try this stuff. But that you got to go to where the money flows. At the end of the day, if you want to make money, if you want to be in that, your what do you call that, golden temple or whatever, and say, no, I'm going to be, just in these projects that are good utility projects, you're not going to make as much money as the 16-year-old degen who, who takes his little amount of money that he made from working at McDonald's and buys some crap on Phantom Wallet. Like you gotta learn from people in the space who have been in the space for a long time, who have proven track records, who have actually made it, and follow their advice, and don't follow people's advice who haven't actually made it. Like you and have them prove it to you. Like I proved it to people, like by showing the freaking buildings that I bought in November of 2021 at the actual peak. Like it's there, like it's proven. I made videos for months of like all of November, all of December, all of January saying sell. And same thing so if you're seeing people right now that are saying, oh, buy, or XYZ, go look back into what were they saying during the bear market? What were they saying during the bottom? Were they telling you to buy? What were they saying in November of 2021 and December of 2021 and January 2022? Look back at those videos, because that's going to be really telling for a lot of people, I think.
Yeah. So he's extremely right. And that's the thing. Here's the thing. If you partnered up with someone who lost you money in the past, that person is not making you money right now, you're an idiot. I'm sorry, but we have to have a come to Jesus moment. We just have to let you know your strategy is really bad. It's broken. It's wrong. And you need to pay attention to somebody new. Now, I'm going to talk to you guys. This is one last thing. This is how you can make money. This is real quick. This is how you can make easy money with meme coins. And I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do. Okay. Because this is the new trend. Because again, if you just look at what's been happening with the marketplace, meme coins have been consistently talked about because people just want multipliers. They want a 1x, 2x, 3x, 4x, 5x, 6x, 10x, 20x. Okay. So this is very important here. Okay. So first things first, I want to talk about a coin it's absolutely going bonkers right now. Okay. And that is WIF. Okay. So real quick, this is the total chart of WIF. Okay. WIF is coming up on its 1-year anniversary, and it was just listed on Coinbase. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit and do a little bit of information here for you guys. Okay. I'll make it just full screen, makes it easier. Okay. So WIF came into inception on about the 20th of November. We're coming up on the 1-year anniversary. Okay. Now the ETFs were launched on the 9th here, 9th, 10th of January. And then you can see it had a little bit of pump up and then a little bit of deflation because of Grayscale, pump up. Okay. But it had virality. It is probably the most popular meme coin on Solana. I think it's more popular than Bonk, which is the official Solana meme coin. But on this date here, you see, during this time, this is when Bitcoin was starting to gain some momentum upwards. And anytime Bitcoin starts to gain momentum upwards, these big companies like Binance and Coinbase, they list coins that they know people will buy, aka meme coins, so they make profits and then they pump the price. So on March 5th, right here, okay, March 5th is when it got listed on Binance, and it went from $1.50 and it peaked up here to $4.50. And during this time, Bitcoin peaked out on March 14th, right here. Okay. So going back to what I was telling you earlier, all right, Bitcoin leads the way. See, Bitcoin here, the time starts here. Bitcoin time is lower. It starts earlier. It dumps out earlier too, but it's more stable. Okay. Then now you have WIF again. They just did this again. First, they listed it on Binance and it rocketed. Now they listed it today on Coinbase. Now it's rocketing again. Same thing with Pepe. It was listed today on, it was previously listed on other ones, and now it was listed on Coinbase. Peanut was exclusively just listed on Coinbase. Peanut will absolutely, or excuse me, Peanut was listed on Binance. It's definitely going to be listed on Coinbase in the future for sure, because Coinbase and Binance are rivals. So they keep in touch with each other. Okay. So now I explained to you in regards to that. Now take a quick look here at another chart. Okay. This is a coin we've been talking about for quite some time on the channel. Okay. Now this right here is this is a coin known as Popcat. Okay. Now with Popcat here, you can see it has a very, very healthy chart. Okay. This has not been listed on any gigantic major exchange except maybe Kraken. Okay. It is of the team's belief that Popcat will be listed on Binance and eventually Coinbase. Popcat is currently $1.93. Okay. This is ripping right now because the market is ripping. And again, there is a laggard effect. There is a laggard effect. So as Bitcoin pumps, then the tier 1 memes, then tier 2 memes, and everything else pumps. Alts are dead. Majority of arts are shit because everybody believes it's all fake and gay. People say, "Fuck it." You know what? You're gonna post me a scam. You're gonna post me a scam team of Indian developers that you're paying $10,000 a year. You have a fake white paper. You're giving all these press conferences and telling all these amazing things are going to happen, and the reality is the price is going down. People are hip to that now. They realize it's all a scam, and they're just in it to make money. Everybody, this is the most ruthless market we've ever been in, without a shadow of a doubt. So that being said, stuff like this, these are indicators you want to be looking for. Okay. Also, in addition to that, real quick, if you go back to the Popcat, here's the greatest indicator. Okay, you want to look for a meme coin that has a couple of these check marks. Okay, so you want meme coins that have $1 billion or a billion token supply. This one has just south of $1 billion, but basically $1 billion is the total market cap goal of all major meme coins. Once they get to $1, that means they hit $1 billion in market cap. And when you hit $1 billion in market cap, you are solidified as an official meme that has authority. Peanut just did that. WIF is at 4 billion. Popcat here is 1.89 billion. Okay. And there's another coin too that's been slept on. There's a rivalry between Ethereum, which is an older dogshit chain, and Solana. Solana is coming for Ethereum's title. Okay. Now the official frog coin of Ethereum is Pepe, which just posted face melting gains these last week. The competitor meme coin with an extremely healthy chart is FWOG, FWOG. Okay, FWOG. This is the FWOG chart. FWOG has only been around since July 30th. Look at this chart. They are racing to $1. So if you want to make money at home, you need to find a meme coin, one that has less than $1 billion market cap. 2 has 1 billion tokens, so that when one token is equals $1, that means you have a $1 billion market cap. 3, you want to make sure it's serious. They have a legit Telegram. They have a legit community. They have a website. It shows you that they're taking this seriously. They need to be relentlessly posting on Twitter. They need to have buy updates built into their Telegram chat. They need to have a Discord. They need to have, like I said, website. They need to have reputable people with no history of scamming endorsing the coin. And ideally, you want it to be a community coin where there is no centralized figure. There is no centralized figure for Frog. There is no centralized figure for Popcat. There is no centralized figure for WIF. Okay. These are all organic community tokens, because as people continuously pump money into these meme coins and this meme coin ecosystem, it's not going to be a shock to anybody when they see these crazy gains. And here's why it happens. This is why meme coins are the narrative of this cycle, whether you like it or not. Going back initially, we're going to go back to two quick little things here. Okay. So Dogecoin was the alpha meme coin. Okay. So this is the first meme coin ever. And you can see here is when it pumped in the last market. Again, Bitcoin hit an all-time high first time in the last market in about April 2021. The next month, May 8th, it topped out at 68 cents, which was, the market cap was about $89 billion. Okay. A bunch of companies got together. They thought they could redo it. And guess what? They made Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu pumped again 3 days after Doge pump, but also this coincides with the first top in 2021, which was in about April. Bitcoin first made its top out, and Bitcoin made its second top out in November. And Shiba Inu was a little bit early at $43 billion. So when we're talking about coins like Frog, which I just showed you, Frog, this has a $700 million market cap right now. Okay. WIF has a $4 billion market cap right now. Popcat has a $1.89 billion market cap right now. They are looking at these numbers. They're looking at 89 billion done by Doge. They are looking at 40, excuse me. Sorry, this fucking crypto market cap is state of the art tech here. $43.5 billion. So even if you get in at 1 billion, you still have a 40x. Now that's really risky, really high risk, low probability you're going to pull it off. If you're just a guy at home trying to figure this out on your own, you're not getting on calls with us. I mean, we're booking crypto calls left and right. The description box has the consult link for me if you want to talk about crypto, if you have a portfolio, because this thing is happening now. And go watch all our episodes. We've been like, a lot of you guys are just tuning in now. We're actually, our episodes are actually getting the most amount of views right now. But if you go and fact check us, go watch every single episode, we have been saying exactly this. Exactly this. So now, where does that leave us? We have until the end of the year. You guys know companies like BlackRock and all these traditional finance companies, they need to get the last bit of their profit in on the 2024 calendar year. Because come January 1st, 2025, it's a whole, everything's reset. Their profit's zero, their revenue's zero, their losses are zero. And guess what? You think BlackRock is in this to let their profits go down in 2025? Hell no. Trump is getting into office. We have the most pro-crypto government at any point in the history of the United States government. In addition to that, nations are going to copy our strategy. We are looking at the Bitcoin Act of 2024. If that thing gets passed, guys, I mean, just get ready. Just get ready. And hey, listen, not financial advice. I'll throw it out there. Not financial advice. Maybe you could think we're all a bunch of scammers, but hey, go back and fact check us, because when I made season 2 of the Tokyo Crypto Show, I said there's going to be no hopium. It's going to be pure math. It's going to be more than one source of authority, and it's going to be multiple sources of authority from multiple avenues in the cryptocurrency industry. We have a cryptocurrency programmer right here, Adam. He knows how to code and develop on cryptocurrency blockchain. We have Elias, who is the Bitcoin mining expert. He is literally building Bitcoin mining facilities all around the world. You don't believe us? Go check the episodes when he took his camera around and showed us the facilities he's building. Alex is our Australian trader. He's monitoring the Australian markets. He's monitoring the crypto markets, and he's also monitoring USA TradFi markets. In addition to that, we have Stock Market Steve, who's only involved in traditional finance, because traditional finance and crypto are coupled, whether you like it or not. And we have new talents like Louis Raskins here, who is on public saying, who called the top, who made millions of dollars, who bought multiple fucking luxury fucking condos in Florida with his profits. This is not a team of cronies. This is not a team of scammers. We are 100% legitimate. And if you don't believe us, check the math. And I'm going to skip to the end. Spoiler alert. We're right. You're wrong, with all due respect. Okay. Check the math. We've been completely transparent about everything, because we want you to make money, and we definitely don't want you to lose money. Now we're getting into the crazy mania stage of the Bitcoin bull market. I think unanimously saying, is the top going to be in 2025, guys? Show of hands. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Right. And the bull market is going to end latest in 2025 quarter 4. So that being said, we have we have a lot of things to cover here. So real quick, I'm going to go to super chats. $2 super chat by Infinite Oneness. Missed Pump. Should I wait now or enter Sol BTC? Alex, what do you think?
Well, price is flying. I mean, given that we've been breaking out across the weekly chart on Bitcoin and Solana, like you can't sort of hope for like some sort of massive pullback to come in. Obviously, that would be nice, like to come down and get a bit of a retest. I mean, Bitcoin's made new all-time highs, and after such a long consolidation, that's generally a good time to buy, as evidenced by the fact the ETFs go, okay, cool, new all-time highs. Let's throw another few $1 billion in. Just DCA, I mean, it depends on, there's way too many factors for anyone to be able to tell you exactly what to do, because like how big's your portfolio, or where are you going to be buying it off, or this, that, and the other. But if you've got nothing, then you should look into buying very, very, very soon. I mean, we're looking at 2025 to be more positive than not. So I've got no idea about your skill level, no idea about how many funds you have. If we're of the mind that it should be higher next year than it is now. So, have a think. If there is a pullback, then by all means, like in a bull market, dips are to be bought. At this stage, it's going up. We're thinking maybe we might come down for a little bit or something, but at the same time, there's absolutely no guarantee that would happen. So if you just go with the trend, then you're more likely to be correct, and the trend is currently up. So, yeah.
Good stuff. Infinite Oneness follows up. Lewis, what price should I put limit buy on Sol and BTC? I have around total 80K to deploy. Jesus Christ. You shouldn't be asking for $80,000 fucking investment advice with a $5 super chat. Hey, just if you know, just off the top of your head.
Okay, so you want to buy Sol and you want to buy BTC. So let me, I'll just share my screen so you can see what I'm doing here anyway. Video, share screen, boom, boom, boom.
And then real quick, ZZ on top, $10 super chat, sending you money because you made me money. Thanks, MLD, and everyone on this panel. That's what we're all here for, buddy.
Get money!
Get money, get money, get money.
Love it. Love it. Okay, so here's my Sol chart. This is on the monthly though, so let's go down to a lower time frame for sure. Okay, so
take my money.
This is literally the all-time high back here for Sol USDT. Surprised that it hasn't actually hit it yet, considering just how bullish Sol has been. This looks a lot like what Bitcoin just did. I almost thought this was Bitcoin for a second because we had the consolidation for the past few months and then it broke out. So yeah, I do think we will be going to 258 somewhere around there. But that is a solid 17%. However, once we do get to that area, I would expect a pullback because that was literally the all-time high. So typically there is some type of pullbacks. But I would say it definitely depends on how sophisticated you are. So if you are not a sophisticated investor, if you do not understand charts or anything like that, then I would say it's probably better to literally just buy it all right now, all in 100%, go in, and then don't touch it until it, reaches a level that you like, or in this case, at least at 258, maybe take a little bit off the table, and then try to buy back. But it's like this. It could potentially do this and then go all the way back up. So you're, potentially you might be down maybe 18% if you buy right now. However, if you don't buy right now and it ends up, or if you don't buy right now and you try to buy back down here, but it only goes to here instead, and you miss your buy, then there's a high likelihood that you're going to be ending up buying up here instead. Or if it just, pulls one of these and, doesn't give you a pullback at all, then you're going to end up buying higher. So the chances that you buy at the bottom, somewhere down here, if it happens to come down here, are extremely low. And the chances that you end up buying even higher are high, are high. If you don't, compared to just buying right now, compared to just buying right now, going all in with everything you have, and then just waiting. Because if this was a different time in the market, then I would be telling you something totally different. But right now, there's a higher probability of it moving higher, even if we do get a dip. Because last bull market, there were dips of 30% on a lot of alts, but they were all bought up immediately. So if you're not sophisticated at all, if you just want to buy it and like get in, I would just do it right now. Otherwise, I would probably buy half right now, and then I would set another order at 203. But that's at the end of the day, that's 7%, and the upside potential is like if you're talking the entirety of the bull market, it could potentially be 100% plus, right? So it's like, do you want to try to get in right now at 7% lower, 8% lower, or do you want to just get in and like you have it, your ease of mind, and all of that, right? And let's actually also just take a look at the SOL against BTC chart as well. Oh shit. Okay, so SOL against Bitcoin. You're like, when should I buy? When should I buy SOL? When should I buy SOL against Bitcoin? I mean, look at what's happening right now. It's fairly close to this support line. I'd say it's closer to the support line than it is like all the way. If it was all the way up here, I would be like, okay, no, just buy Bitcoin, but Solana is all the way down here. And right now, what we were talking about earlier in the show was that, these altcoins are outperforming Bitcoin right now, right? Like Bitcoin went up however many percentage, and then we went over Peanut, we went over WIF, we went over all these other ones, right? They're just outperforming. So instead of buying Bitcoin, I would just put it, if it's only between Bitcoin and Sol right now, I would just buy Solana and put all of it into Solana, because it's Solana against Bitcoin and Solana against USD. It has not reached its all-time high yet, and Solana against Bitcoin is in this consolidation range for quite a long time. It's moving up, which means that the buyers are getting less patient and they're just buying more, and the sellers are getting more and more scared. So it's looking good for Solana against Bitcoin. So like, that's the type of alpha that you want to look at. It's like, you want to see, okay, do I want Bitcoin or do I want Solana? Do I want this coin or do I want another coin? We'll just look at that coin against Bitcoin. Where is it? It's moving up. It's in an uptrend. And this right here is an uptrend followed by a consolidation. And 80% of the time, consolidations end up going in the same direction as it was before the consolidation started. So you have a high probability of not only Solana going up, but also of Solana outperforming Bitcoin. So yeah, if that's the answer to your question, is I would just put everything in Solana right now, and then not even touch it, not even look at it until it reaches at least the all-time highs. Once it reaches all-time highs, I take some off the table, and then after that, just let it go and monitor it and take your profits along the way.
I'm going to add on to that. Pistol P just sent a $4.99 super chat. Predictions on ETH. I have a nice bag. Put it all into Solana, bro. I mean, Ethereum, whoever's telling you hold on to Ethereum doesn't know what they're talking about. If you just look at the Ethereum BTC chart, it is just crashing down and down and down. Your charts should not be going down in a bull market. Your charts should not be going down in a bull market. Your charts should not be going down in a bull market. If your coins did not have a bare minimum 2x in 2024, you are holding on to dog shit. Whoever is advising you to hold on to these coins, dog shit. Illuvium, dog shit. Gala, dog shit. DOT, dog shit. Ethereum, dog shit. Don't believe me? Look at the charts. Compare them to the things we've been consistently talking about. AVAX, dog shit. Phantom, FTM, dog shit. Okay? All dog shit. Ask yourself, why are these people telling you to hold on to these coins? What is the benefit? Everybody else around me is making money. I'm just holding on. Listen, if it's been a year, it's not going to fucking happen. It's not going to happen. Yeah. Period.
Yeah. Take a look at this. This is the Solana against Ethereum. So this chart is putting up Solana. How has it performed against ETH? Okay, yes. It's literally outperformed ETH. by 10x. You would have made 10 times your money putting it into Solana at the bottom against Ethereum. And let's say you didn't get the bottom, like you got in after a big pump. Okay, you'd still be up more than 2 times your money if you had it in Solana compared to Ethereum. And so why would you go into a coin that is underperforming other coins? It makes no sense. You want to go into the highest performing coins. And it's like what John was just saying. I was so bullish on this coin called Quant Network back in 2020, 2021. I was super bullish on it. I was a Quant maxi, and I would push it out. I got a lot of followers that loved Quant because of it, because of the fundamentals. You know what happened in 2022, 2023? I told them, guys, sell your Quant because it's not performing how it should be performing. I'm looking at the charts and I'm just using data. I'm using actual objective data. You just like what I just showed you, Solana versus Ethereum. Maybe you love Ethereum, but Solana has outperformed it. I saw Quant was not performing well. So I was like, guys, I know this. And I had a big chunk of the supply of Quant because I bought it on some super sketchy exchange back in 2018, and like it was a big lot. So when I was telling people, hey guys, like sell this, people were like, dude, but like it's Quant. So I'm like, it doesn't matter. Same thing with there was a lot of them that I was in. And I learned, I cut my bags on those ones, and I put those into meme coins earlier this year, and they more than made up for the losses that I took on those other ones. And they outperformed those, and they continued to outperform the old bags that I held. Like every single cycle, the new coins don't have that liquidity problem. They don't have those sellers that bought from the last cycle trying to dump on you. So you want to get into the newer coins. You want to get into the coins that are actually doing good, because the other old coins like AVAX and XRP, even XRP, people are so adamant about XRP. Dude, look at the chart. Crazy. It's been down only against Bitcoin since 2017. You're buying something that has done nothing but shit the bed for 4, 5, 6, 7 years now. 7 years of straight down. If you would have just bought Bitcoin, you would have outperformed. So why are you trying to? Because the only reason to be in the market, to be actually care about crypto and be in crypto, is to buy things other than Bitcoin so that you can make more Bitcoin. Because otherwise, just buy Bitcoin and chill. Just buy what the hedge funds are doing. Buy what BlackRock does. Do what BlackRock does. Then buy Bitcoin and then don't fucking touch it, because they're not trading it. They're not trying to go in and out. Like we said, they're literally just buying it for the long term. These are long-term holds for these guys. Be like them. Do the same thing. Buy Bitcoin. Otherwise, be in the markets, but use your brain and you use logic and invest intelligently and trade intelligently, not just because you are emotionally, involved with XRP or Hex or some of these other retarded coins that go down 90%, otherwise just buy Bitcoin and chill. That's it.
And some breaking news here also to top it off, just to put a nice cherry on the top. Check it out, guys. This is news from President Trump right here. Breaking: President Trump wants to eliminate all capital gains taxes on cryptocurrencies issued by U.S. companies. By the companies, by U.S. issued companies. That's the thing. So, this would make companies who have bases. Now, Solana is made in the U.S. or no? I think it's made in the U.S. So all capital gains, obviously this is temporary, because ironically, when you lower taxes, you actually increase tax revenue in the United States of America. When you raise taxes, the smart people get their money out, because that's what they do. So President Trump is now wanting to eliminate all capital gains taxes on cryptocurrencies issued by U.S. companies. Again, he wants to make crypto in America number one. And, effectively this would make made in America cryptocurrencies the most logical investment for U.S. citizens, as they not have to spend up to 37% taxes on their gains, and it could totally reshape the crypto market. Again, Trump is running as the first ever cryptocurrency positive president. In 2017, he actually was bad-mouthing cryptocurrency. He was saying that Bitcoin's a scam, if you go back to his Twitter back then. So, like I'm saying right now, we are out of time. This is a time in history where you could literally make generationally life-changing money. I mean, we know people on this panel within our network. We know people within our network who are already up $1, $2, $3, $4, $5 million from very small investments. So if you're a cryptocurrency person that's advising you doesn't have people like that in their network, you're in the wrong network. Okay.
Right.
There's only one place.
Don't you know
There's only
someone who
one place.
just sold for 9 million for 10 for excuse me 8 figures?
Who?
Don't you know someone that just exited a crypto company for like 9 figures or something like that?
He exited in 2022. He exited in the bear market.
But it was like 10 mil plus.
150 million plus.
100 million plus. Yeah. Okay.
150 million plus. 150 million.
Okay. So yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good company.
Real quick, gonna run through these super chats. So Clan Siege $25 super chat. I want to throw hands with Charlie Miguel. Ken Rose $2 super chat. Thumbs up. Thank you. Dennis Lovelace, bro. Can you give some upside targets to Pepe? No, and here's why. You're chasing a pump. Okay. Now this is what's called chasing a pump. Pepe has already gone up, like I said, 300 plus this week. It just got listed on Coinbase today. Maybe if you buy now, not financial advice, maybe if you buy now, you wake up tomorrow, you have a little bit of profit, but you're just cheating death at this point. You know, what we talk about here, guys, we're not talking about making money like day trading in and out, because statistically speaking, you're going to lose all your money. Okay. What we are talking is buy coins that have a history and that have a future. Buy coins that have legitimate fundamentals. Buy coins that have, if they're not pumping now, they're not going to pump. So if you're holding on to shit like Cardano, if you're holding on to shit like Hex, if you're holding on to shit like XRP, if you're holding on to shit like Ethereum, if you're holding on to shit like DOT, if you're holding on to shit Kusama, Phantom, Gala, Illuvium, Polomius, all these scam coins that the people are pumping as saying like, oh, these are the next best thing. These are the thing. No, pull up the chart. Highlight 2024. Where are they compared to 2021? If these coins at this point have not broken their all-time high, okay, barring Solana, because Solana hasn't broken its all-time high since last time, but Solana is the coin this cycle. I would argue say Solana is the coin this cycle, guys. Unanimous decision by the panel.
Yeah.
Lewis, what do you think? Is Solana the coin this cycle? Yes or no?
Sure.
Yeah.
Like the main narrative.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's it. So that's going to do it for us today. I'm going to do a little solo section for you guys. So if you guys want to pop off, say goodbye. I'll end the stream on your end, Sue. So you don't have to, your fans don't have to deal with this, but I'm going to talk to the audience real quick. You guys want to say anything in closing?
Yeah,
I guess the last thing would. Oh, sorry, last. You go.
Go last.
Yeah, I just wanted to take some like 30 seconds to hit on Litecoin, because Litecoin is like the usual proof of work coin that has two problems. There's a lot of fails, and there's a certain big company, Bitmain, which is like producing most of the actual machines that provide the hash rate, and they can just produce the machines, mine with the machines for like a year before they sell them publicly, which leads to inflation and dumping on you. Of course, this is not confirmed, but it's like everyone knows this is happening, and this is the same for Litecoin to a certain extent for Doge, although inflation is not so bad. For Kaspa, KAS, in case some are in there, and for all of the old proof of work coins, so Zcash, Dash, in case you hold any bags there, I'd personally be looking to exit because they're mining it and inflating it, and there's lots of whales that are waiting for exit liquidity to come in and buy out their bags. So Litecoin, meh.
Yep. Well, there. Now you know. Now you know.
If you see Litecoin pumping, that's usually also a good sign that Bitcoin's topped out. That's
Anything
something
you want to say?
sort of been observed.
Anything you want to say in closing there, brother?
I was just last time what you were saying about like sort of buying better coins, buying better tokens. At the end of this bull market, there is no guarantees that even Solana would survive a bear market. Like, we got no idea what's happening. And even if you had full conviction and you kept buying, and your Solana cost basis last cycle was, $70 or $150 or $200, it still went down to $7. So, when it comes time to get out, by all means, leave a moon bag. That's oftentimes a good thing to have done in hindsight. But like, if you think for a second that we're going to be buying and then holding and then trying to get more and more and more as we peak, there's a ridiculous. I'm freaking gonna be getting rid of freaking pretty much everything. We can come back in the bear market and see who survived, and deal with that then. But just keep in mind, this is sort of not too important now. It's just good to keep in mind as we move into 2025 and later. Like,
Yes.
yeah, just because it's done well in a cycle doesn't mean it's going to hang around at all. So yeah, keep that in mind.
There you go. Anyone else in closing?
Buy a hardware wallet. Keep your money safe. It's not only about selling at the right time. It's also having the money at your disposal, and having it secure so that you can sleep at night. Well, we don't sleep in bull markets, right? But so you can get a nap at least. Like really, I'm probably not gonna be able to transmit why I'm thinking it so insistently, because I'm the only one who has gotten drained here. But like for real, it sucks waking up, looking at your wallet and seeing it at zero, to then find out that someone hacked you. So yeah, get a hardware wallet. Do yourself a favor. It will also prevent you from being emotional. So you get two for the price of one. Because hardware wallets, yeah, they're secure, but they add an extra step to every single action you're gonna do. So sometimes you just feel lazy to make a transaction, and that laziness might save you from making a dumb decision. So yeah, get one.
Yes, indeed. It's super important to secure your funds. All right, guys. Thoughts on Sui? It's going to go up. We'll talk about that in a little bit more detail. All right, so I'm going to say my piece. If you guys want to get off, by all means. We're gonna talk about something real quick, guys. So thank you guys so much for being with us. Thank you guys on Lou's channel, and